Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen, today we're going to be talking about Muln Automotive Incorporated. This is ticker symbol MULN for those of you who are maybe not as familiar with this company or with this stock. And today was overall a pretty good day for Muln. It was a weird day. You can see, started out in the red, shoot up to the green, back down to the red, back to the green, back red. But however we got there, we ended up in the green. Muln was up 1.83% on the day today. Yes, they are down 0.9% after hours, but hey, after hours is weird. We'll have to see how they are able to close out the week tomorrow, which I believe is Friday. Yeah, I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. But Muln was up good today, 1.83%. And yeah, when we take a look at the rest of the broader market, obviously Dow Jones was up 0.5%, S&P was up a full percent, NASDAQ up 1.36%, and the Russell 2000 was up about 0.5%. So Muln was green on a day where everything else was green, but Muln was still outperforming all of the major indices. So that is a very, very good sign. On the days you're good, you want to be better. On the days you're bad, you want to be, hopefully not as bad. So this is a good sign for Muln in the short term. Like I said, we'll have to see how they close out the week tomorrow, how they do in the next week. Who knows? But for now, so far, so good. We have plenty of stuff to talk about today, plenty of Muln news to go over. This was something being shared on the Muln subreddit today. USPS, the United States Postal Service, now says half of the initial 50,000 next generation mail truck order will be electric. The order had first called for just 5,000 EVs. Apparently out of 50,000, about 10% EVs is what they were going for, but legal challenges in 16 states and a damning report from the EPA. I believe that's the Environmental Protection Agency. Obviously probably talking about, emissions and fuel and all that stuff, bad for the environment, things from the USPS having to do a ton of shipping, driving around, planes, all this different stuff, has had an influence. So, it looks like USPS, at least according to this from Jalopnik, I don't know. I don't even know what this is, but it's, like I said, it's just on the Reddit. I'm just going based off what is posted here. Hopefully it's legit, but I guess I don't know for sure. But if this is true, it seems like the USPS could be jumping from a potential 5,000 EVs to 25,000 EVs, which is a really, really big thing. Now, that doesn't mean Muln has any piece of that pie whatsoever, but the rising tide for sure lifts all boats. And even if Muln isn't able to get in on this first round of 25,000 vehicles or whatever, it still shows the direction that we're going. It shows that more and more companies, organizations, whatever, businesses are getting involved in EVs. They're bumping up their electric vehicle orders. Their fleets are going to be more and more EV-centric, EV-focused. And like I said, that is good potential for Muln. Even if Muln isn't able to capitalize right now, as long as the trend is going in the right direction and these things are growing and we're increasing the number of EVs, it's a larger pie that Muln is hoping to get a slice of. So even though this isn't Muln-specific great news, it is still great news for the EV sector, which again is at least partially good news for Muln. So I thought this was really, really cool, really interesting, and I think it could be a sign of more signs to come, especially if laws, legal situations are getting in the way and the EPA is coming after people. Yeah, this is definitely something we could have more later on down the future. Now, obviously, Muln still needs to execute. They still need to capitalize. They still need to do the things on their end, but there's a lot of stuff that's out of their control, and if that stuff's going well, then that's definitely a leg up on what they have going on. We also have this. This is a post from StockTwits, I believe, where somebody says it was somebody that got on a phone call with the Muln president of OEM and franchising. Three main things were talked about during this call. Apparently, they talked about the Delpak deal, how it was a mistake on the Delpak side, not Muln, and the deal is real. I don't think they're saying the deal is a mistake on the Delpak side. I think that they're talking about, how the website got hacked or whatever the heck weird stuff happened. I think they're saying that was an issue on the Delpak side, not the Muln side. The deal is real. Hey, I think that's probably what everyone already assumed. I think what everyone already realized, but I don't know. So that's kind of interesting there. Also, the second thing is that the Fortune 500 company that they allegedly have a deal with, that they claim to have a deal with in place, has requested modification, and that was made, and it will be delivered next week with that requested modification. So if this deal does get delivered next week, we're looking at late July, early August. What does that mean? Is the Fortune 500 company going to be okay with those modifications, not ask for anything else? Are we going to actually get to hear who the Fortune 500 company is? Are we going to get to hear the details of the deal? Is any of that going to go public? Is that going to be announced? Is, they're going to have to wait till late July, early August, see how things are going, and then announce it if everyone's happy? I don't know. Still a really, really weird situation. We just keep getting more and more like morsels and tidbits. Again, we were supposed to hear about this in June at the latest. It's July 21st. This is still very, very concerning to me that we have not heard this, but I guess it's nice that we keep getting updates. I guess it's nice that they're kind of dropping more crumbs. Are we following the trail? Are we getting dragged along even further? Is this still real? Is this still legit? Is it even a big of a deal as they're hyping it up to be? Because the longer they drag this out, the more it needs to really, really, really deliver. If it ends up being an underwhelming deal or something like that, and we've waited this long, that is not going to be good for the company or the trust of the overall shareholders and shareholder base. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. They also say that there are no more shares to dilute, and they have filed for dilution to get more capital. Kind of some interesting things there. We also have, apparently, from stockanalysis.com, Mullen is up to 7 analysts. This guy says up until today, he's only seen 1 analyst review. Yeah, he said, not only have I only seen 1 analyst review, but the price was listed as high as $23 high, $23 median, $23 low, and listed as a sell. Finally, it now looks like there's some attention given to the stock after the reviews. It's now listed as a buy with votes of 2 strong buys, 4 buys, and 1 hold. So apparently with the 7 analysts covering it, no one is saying that you should sell Mullen right now. Does that mean they're going to end up being right? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But yes, more analysts covering the stock is always good. That's more publicity. That's more people following it. Now, obviously, if you end up doing bad and there's more scrutiny and stuff, there's going to be more analysts ready to dive into it and knock you down. But if you have 7 analysts, yeah, it's a heck of a lot better than 1, especially if those analysts have good things to say, which it does seem like they have good things to say about Mullen right now. We also had this. I thought this was kind of interesting. Pending a solid state battery conference. This person on Reddit says, hey, I saw this posting about a solid state battery conference. Mullen is not a participant. On review to figure out why, I found out that Mullen does not actually own the battery technology. They only license it from a Chinese company, BOAO, and have authority to license it to other companies on behalf of BOAO in North America. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of interesting. That's what somebody said. They were talking about, wondering why Mullen wasn't going to be at the solid state battery conference. Maybe this is why, maybe not. I don't know. Thought this was just an interesting tidbit of information that I wanted to share. This person says that they voted no. They had to call their broker. If you don't vote from what I read on the email, the board votes for you. Make sure you vote. This is the annual shareholder meeting that is coming up on July 26, 2022 at 9:30 a.m. And this is talking about, I would assume, the dilution vote. I can't see anywhere. Vote received 725. I mean, yeah, it doesn't say. But yeah, like I said, I assume they're voting about dilution. So yeah, I mean, obviously a big thing, like they say, is going to be retail votes against institutional owners. But yeah, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Again, like I said, on this call thing, they're talking about how they filed for dilution and get more capital. So yeah, shareholders are going to have to vote on that. And then, of course, this Mullen Automotive reminds shareholders of its upcoming annual meeting. Like I said before, this is July 6th of 2022. It's coming up very, very soon. We'll have to see what comes out of that whole thing. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Let me drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about MULN. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.